Hi, I'm on my way to Bangkok Park, where I was planning on shooting this video from. In order to get there, I take the MRT and come through the Queen's Circuit Convention Center, which I'm in now. And it's just so crowded and bustling and almost, frantic here with a local crowd, it appears to me. It's just, so busy and downright festive. I thought that I would start the video here. I don't know, a reflection of Bangkok's prosperity, I suppose, is what this represents. But I am sticking to my plan to come to the park here adjacent to the Queen's Circuit Convention Center. I believe this one is Bangkok Park. I often confuse them. One is Benjasiri, the other is Bangkok. I think the one's Bangkok. Teeny, that means here. So yeah, I'm sticking to my plan, which is to talk about Western expats who come to Thailand as a place to live long term and compare those that make it with those that don't. I've been here a long time and I've known a lot of people. I've been in Thailand for 11 years. I've been in Southeast Asia for 16 years now. And I do have friends that I've had since I've arrived here. And there's also many friends who have come and gone. And so, yeah, I want to talk about the kinds of things that work if you're planning on coming here, and things you might want to think about that might not work if you're thinking about coming here to live. This time last year, that would be April of 25, I was in Santa Cruz, California, where I had gone for a conference, kind of a men's conference. And I met a guy there who, very successful young man, about 40 years old. He had been a tech developer in Silicon Valley, which is just north of Santa Cruz. And he had done very, very well. He was an early investor in Bitcoin, made a lot of money in that. And he was a developer that was sought after. At the time that I met him, there were Meta, X, and some drone manufacturer were all trying to lure him in as an employee at very big salaries, $500,000 kind of salaries per year. And he was, he's in a good place financially, so he was kind of looking for a little bit more meaning than just, tech development for the giant players in that field. Now, at the time, I was really impressed with Santa Cruz. I mean, the Pacific beaches are beautiful. You have the redwood forests, and it is just south of Silicon Valley, so there's all manner of modern amenities that are available there that, it's just really a sweet place to live if you're doing well. It's not a place where you want to go to live on a budget. So for the purpose of this video, that young successful tech developer that I met in Santa Cruz, California, we'll call him Dave. And Dave was looking for more than just another job or another $1 million. He wanted some more meaning in his life. He's thinking family. He's not quite sure exactly what it is that he wants to do, but he's a really successful 40-year-old that's just looking for more meaning in his life. Now, I'd like to think that I helped influence his decision to come here to Bangkok, where he's living now. Also, the moderator of that conference that I was at is a longtime friend that I've known for the full time that I've been here in Bangkok. We'll call him, Ronin Man is the name of his YouTube channel. He doesn't like to use his real name either. But Ronin Man and I have been friends here in Bangkok. He's been one of my yoga students. And I like to think that Ronin Man and I influenced Dave to come here to settle down to live. And he's been here a year now. He lives in a beautiful place over by the Siloam area. He's been keeping himself busy with investments, just studying investments. He's deep into cryptocurrencies and the technicalities of that area that I know very little about. And he's doing well financially. Money isn't the issue. But if I were to make a prediction, I would say a year from now, he's not going to be here. And I'm going to tell you why. I think that Dave falls into a category of two other people that I know that have come through Bangkok. One was my friend blockchain. Anybody that's listened to my videos for a very long time might remember me talking about blockchain, who was a Brit, an English guy who was in finance, and he too got involved in cryptocurrency, and now he's an entrepreneur as well, developing a payment system in the crypto world. And he moved back to London because he wanted to be in the finance environment of London. My grandson, I have a 23-year-old grandson who's doing phenomenally well in digital marketing. He came, he stayed in Indonesia, he stayed here for about 6 weeks, actually in the same building that Dave is living in, and he also lived in Tulum for a while because he too is a keyboard warrior type that could make his living from anywhere in the world. Well, he's back in Florida now as well. So these, three very driven entrepreneurs didn't find this an acceptable place to live. Now, why is that? I have friends here for a long time. One I mentioned is Ronin Man. My friend Bill, who lives in Chiang Mai, he's been here for a real long time. He's been a long-time friend of mine here in Thailand as well. Bangkok Louie, who owns a beautiful restaurant and a pub on Soy 15. He too is settled down here and doing very, very well. So what is it about people like Ronin Man and Bill and Louie that have them be successful expat transplants? And you could look at us old expats, and just say, well, it's age. It's an age difference, and that may play into it. But I think it's a little deeper than that. I think what the problem is when you are a competitive young guy trying to make your mark in the world, you need to be in an environment that supports that kind of edgy, competitive, go-get-em kind of spirit. You have to be amongst your own tribe, let's put it that way. Myself and Bill and Louie, we've made our mark. We're retired. We've done our thing, and we've done well in our chosen professions when we were younger men back in the States. Now, Ronin Man is a kind of a unique guy. He's lived in Southeast Asia. He's from Southern California, but he's lived in Southeast Asia since he's been a 20-year-old. And he's now making his living through YouTube marketing as well. That's how he supports these conferences. That's how he promotes these conferences that he has. There are other young guys that have made it here too. Chad from CB Media, he's somebody that I've met, helped me learn how to be a YouTube creator back in 2020, and also Paddy Doyle, who has a very popular channel here. I don't know Paddy personally, but he's a very well-known character around Bangkok that has been very successful in the YouTube world. So there are, three young guys. I mean, Ronin Man's getting up there too, but there are three young guys that made it here as expats and stayed. But their fundamental job, the way they've been making money, has been related to being here in the first place. Chad and Paddy are making videos about, Chad's in the Philippines right now making some pretty cool stuff, and Paddy is centered here out of Bangkok. Paul also, when he's not traveling all over the world holding his conferences, lives here in Bangkok as well. So a lot of his YouTube stuff is related to Bangkok. So that's the material difference between those young guys who have made it and blockchain and Dave and my grandson, who are tech developers basically, and investment people, finance and tech people that need to be in the environment that supports that kind of competitive stuff. So that's what I think is going on. I think that if you're considering here, because it is a very attractive place, I'm a little reluctant to turn the camera around here. I'm using this camera here as a microphone, so I'll use this to show you what I'm looking at right now. I mean, it's just a really attractive place, old Bangkok. It's here I am on an Easter Sunday afternoon, just sitting in a park making a video, and yeah, there's all that Bangkok has to offer. Beyond that, it's a lovely place to live. I'm very happy here. But if you're a competitive young entrepreneur, I don't know if this is going to work for you. There's a whole different way of doing business here that doesn't fit with the more competitive Western, kind of business attitudes that exist, especially in things like tech and finance. Here, it's cloistered. I mean, the people at the top of the food chain here, have circled their wagons around what makes money for them, and it's very difficult for Westerners to break into that. And besides, their cultural way of being is just so dramatically different from a competitive Western business environment. So yeah, it's if you're still here watching, I hope this video had something meaningful for you. And yeah, one thing I wanted to mention before I signed off, and a couple of the clips that I'm using here, I did make I took some pictures of Bill and Bangkok Louie, some photographs, and extended them into short clips using AI. So anybody that spotted the AI and is saying, oh, you're using AI? Yeah, there. This is mostly not AI, but I did want to mention that here at the end of the video. If you're still watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you the next time.